Hi friends, it's Daira. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to show you the process that I'm going through to remove this color. So the first thing that I am going to do is try the Malibu Crystal Gels. This is good for cleaning the hair before color. As you can see, some of the color is coming out now. Now Malibu does have a color remover, but so much stuff is out of stock now with COVID and just the difficulties of getting things, so I could not find it. So I did use the crystal gel to clear anything off and kind of remove the surface color that's on our hair. So then I'm using the Eliminate. Now these are two products that you mix together and then you set her under the dryer to remove color. So if you don't know, this is my daughter. She has been on my videos so many times because she plays around with her hair lengths, her hair colors, with extensions, and you know, it's a benefit to have a mom that is a hairstylist. So with all the colors and stuff that she tries, she now wants to do a bob and she wants to go back to being blonde. But her hair is not the healthiest in my opinion, so what I wanted to do was remove as much color as possible and then treat her hair for a little bit. So now you saw that her hair did get a little bit lighter than it was before, but it didn't really remove it out of the stage that I wanted to. So we're gonna do baby steps. So what I did was apply a toner. I used the Redken GN, which is a green natural, and what that did was to neutralize some of those red tones in her hair. Now the Redken's Shady Q is not something that lasts forever, so, and it's also easier to remove when we want to go back in there and try another removal process, but you know, you can't leave the client with a weird color. So I did go in there and neutralize that, and then I'm just going through and blow drying it. But I just want to give you guys a couple of quick tips as far as color. So in order to get color, you want to do your research and get a stylist that is going to achieve the color that you need but keep your hair as healthy as possible. You know, all of us are at different levels. Some of us are greater than others. I am learning a lot more every day. My goal is to be a super great colorist. Some think I am already. I don't feel that I reached the level that I want to be at, so I'm definitely always working on it. So yeah, find you someone that's going to do what you want done the healthiest way as possible. Second tip is make sure that they use some sort of bond builder in your hair to keep the structures of your hair as much intact as you possibly can. And then after color, you want to make sure that they give you a treatment immediately, whether it be a protein and conditioning treatment or just a conditioning treatment, or if it's a bond builder that requires a second part, make sure that they do that as well. And then afterwards, you want to make sure that you always deep condition your hair. Most of us shampoo and condition our hair at least once a week or every other week. So if you wash your hair more than that, you don't need to deep condition your hair every time. But if you do it once a week, you want to at least condition it one time. I'm rambling on. If you wash your hair more often than one time a week, you'd only have to deep condition it that one time out of that week. But if you take longer than that, let's say you shampoo your hair every 2 weeks, then you definitely want to deep condition your hair. A lot of times the color fails on people's hair because they allow their hair to get too dry and too brittle. You want to always make sure that your hair stays moisturized. So if you're somebody who straightens their hair, make sure your hair never gets dry. If you have to apply some kind of moisturizer in your hair at night before you wrap it or pin it up, you can do that. If you're a natural girl and you wear your hair in poofs or twist outs and things like that, you want to make sure that the products that you're using always keeps your hair moisturized because you don't want to let your hair get dry. Color is high maintenance, so you want to make sure that you are prepared for the extra care that you have to give your hair, because if not, you end up going through your hair breaking off later on just because it gets brittle, and that's not a good thing. A lot of times people blame it on the color, and sometimes it could be the color, but a lot of times it's just that people are not doing the necessary aftercare that needs to be done in order to preserve the color. And speaking of preserving, you want to make sure that you get the proper shampoo and conditioner. If you're not going back to your stylist to wash and condition your hair and style your hair every week, every 2 weeks, and you're doing it on your own, get professional shampoo and conditioners that are made for color. It's just silly to spend hundreds of dollars on your color and your perfect color that you want, get all kinds of treatments while you're getting it done, and then going home and using like just some random shampoo and conditioner that's going to strip your hair. You have to be careful about the products that you put into your hair because they can really strip the color and make your hair even drier. So, you don't want to do that, especially you spend all that money, you looking cute. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So be prepared to invest in your aftercare products to make sure you can preserve the color and also preserve the integrity of your hair. And another tip I want to tell you guys is don't do a bunch of protein treatments in your hair. A lot of times clients think, oh, well, I need to do a protein treatment because I did color, and now I have to make sure that my hair stays strong and it doesn't shed. Protein treatments are for when your hair is shedding. You go in there and make it stronger, or you've done something major to the hair that could potentially have it shred, and then you go in there and you just give it strength. But after that, protein treatments are not something you do regularly. Those are as needed. Protein treatments, like I said, make your hair strong, and they can actually dry out the hair a little bit. That's why you should do a conditioning treatment right after a protein treatment. So yeah, those are not things that you should do regularly. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, so basically, what I'm trying to say is with color, it's high maintenance, keep your hair moisturized, and also your ends. You have to make sure that you keep up on your trims. That is very, very important in any case, but you definitely want to do that when you have color in your hair. Make sure your ends are constantly being looked at, and if they need to be trimmed, trim them. Don't worry about length. Health over length. We hear it and see it all the time, but it is absolutely true. If you stay on top of your trims, you won't have to cut off a lot. And I think that's where a lot of people get traumatized when they go to a stylist and they feel like it's the stylist's fault. Oh, she said I had to cut off 4 or 5 inches. Well, it's not, and most of the time it's not just because she wants to, it's because it's apparent you need that much taken off. Now, if you get your ends trimmed regularly, it will never get to that point. It gets to the point where you need 4 or 5 inches off because the hair just keeps splitting up. So as you can see here, my daughter obviously needs a trim and she needs several inches off. However, she is taking off more than what she needs. Again, she does not need this much taken off. This is what she wants taken off. So I'm just stressing that because, people say she didn't have to take that much off. Yeah, I know I didn't have to take that much off. This is what the client, in this case, my daughter, requested. So that's what I'm doing. I do not own this head of hair, so I must do what is requested of me. So I am taking off a nice amount, which you guys will see in the near future. I am going to take off even more because now she wants a short bob cut that's up to her chin. So we're going to go back in and make her blonde. We're going to remove color again and then lighten her hair, and then she wants it cut to her chin. She wants a nice bob for the summer, so that'll be the next video on her hair. But for right now, I'm just taking off what she requested of me, and then I am going to take off hair in the middle of her head. And you do that just by pulling the hair up and making sure you clean off all the ends of the hair that did not reach down to where I cut. All right, guys, so this is what her hair looked like before. She had that copper red color that we were actually letting fade in preparation for removing some of it. And this is the first step in her going back to blonde. So like I said, I did neutralize the color by adding a green neutral. The green kind of neutralizes the red and making it more of a brownish color, and that's what we wanted. We're going to do another session of color removal and then see where that leaves us at, and then we're going to leave that as her base color, and then I'm going to start going in and lightening her hair, and then we're also going to cut it into a bob, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, if you have any questions, as usual, please leave any comments, thoughts, questions down below. Please subscribe to my Instagram. It is 7ZenHair. I'll leave it down in the description. I'll also leave all the products that I use down in the description. I also have everything in my Amazon store. And I have my website of my own brand of products that I use on my clients. I'll have the website down below. Thank you so very much for watching. Make sure you like this video so that YouTube can share it with others. I appreciate you guys for always watching. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next one.